Welcome to another Art of the Skies model aircraft review. Northwest Airlines got their first 707-300 in 1963, and this particular tail, November 386US, joined the fleet in August of 1968. JFOX released this model by 2020. The model number is JF-707-3-002. The packaging is really not much different other than they did not put multiple model designs, which is nice compared to older productions. For some comparisons in this video, I have an In-Flight 707 and an Aeroclassics 720. As always, the foam filling, as well as the model and the stand, are located in the box. I'm not going to be putting the stand together today, however this one is pieced together with a screw. The model was a little bit dusty for getting brand new, and the box was damaged a little bit, however the model was fine. The model does look spectacular, however you can already make out some issues that I will have with this model if you've watched any of my other videos. I would like to start by saying the fuselage is the best part of this aircraft model. The only issue I have is the missing emergency exit on the number 1 and 2 engine side of the aircraft. Engines are always a tough sell for me, and from the front this aircraft you can clearly see the spinners just aren't big enough. In addition, there was just no attempt to give them any depth. I've actually seen them do that on some of their models. Here's the first glimpse of the wings. These really don't look right at all, do they? I don't know what this sparkly thing is, but I don't like it. Now for a comparison, we can take a look at an in-flight model from a long time ago, and it looks as though the in-flight model had this strange sparkly paint they were using on the fuselage. I kind of assumed they were using it to make it look like it was tarnished. It just still doesn't look right on this one either. Nose gears look pretty decent for the most part. I do like the newer nose gear on the JFOX model personally. Here's a look on the engine 3 and 4 side. You'll notice the emergency door is on this side of the aircraft. And overall this aircraft does still look a little bit more detailed than the older in-flight model. The in-flight model has decent dimensions for the windshield, but they seem to curve up. The JFOX model seems to have squished cockpit windows, but at least they're straight. Here is the Aeroclassics version. It looks like they've got the flight deck windows right on. Now I'd like to compare the strange sparkly wings on the JFOX with the chrome looking wings on the Aeroclassics, which I much more prefer. The Aeroclassic just looks real on the top and the bottom of the wings, whereas the JFOX have very strange sparkles going on. The main landing gear looks beautiful on the JFOX 707. But again, we're back to the weird sparkly stuff going on the engines, which really don't seem that detailed at all. Here's a couple more images of the wonderful fuselage on this JFOX model. This is definitely a very important part of the model, so it's good to see that they've gotten that correct. Overall, my favorite model out of these three is the Aeroclassics. However, the JFOX 707 is a nice addition. I would just like to see a little more detail for a 1/200 model. I see 1/400 scale models with more detail on some parts than this. But other than that, I really appreciate that they take the time to make these old models, as they definitely add to the collection that I have, and I hope they continue to make these, and I will continue to get them.